Okay, welcome back, you guys. I'm just going to run this layout because since the last video, I adjusted my asteroids. I slowed down the speeds a little bit. You can see some of the different things. When I click on them individually, I can set them to a few different sizes and speeds. And that just makes the game a little bit easier. And now I can show you that our thruster works. Okay, so when I do this, we're getting close. I press the thruster and Buddha bomb, bada bing. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to add an explosion animation. Adding animations is one of the most sought after questions that I get. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click, insert a new object, and we're going to insert a sprite. And now this is where it's going to get, at this point, instead of uploading it here, we're going to go down to this window called animation frames. And we're going to right click that. You're going to import frames from a sprite strip. And we're going to click this explosion. This is called a sprite strip. And it's going to ask how many cells is it horizontal. And that's actually 6. And vertical cells 6. So it's a total of 6 across and 6 below. And we're going to say we want to replace the existing animation and hit. And yes, we want to do that. And next, then what we're going to do is now we can go and we want to see up here animations. We want to say preview. And you can see it's going through, but it is pretty slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the speed, and let's change it to 20. And once we do that, we're going to go back over and we're going to preview it. And there we go. Quite a bit better. Boom. Okay, so that is good. And next, we're going to go ahead and close this preview and close this. I'm going to call this explosion. Okay. This is still on our main layer. Go back over here. It's still on our main layer. I'm going to take this. Whoa. I'm going to take this guy and I'm just going to move him off right here. Off here. So there's my explosion. Now we're going to set up some event sheets. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. In line 7 or line 6, we're going to add something right here because this is when the collision happens. We got the spaceship destroying, the fire destroying. We're going to add an action, and we're going to put the spaceship. We're going to spawn another object. So it's right down here under miscellaneous. Spawn just means like to create. And we're going to create that explosion. And right here, we're going to, again, we want that on the main layer. So you can either put in parentheses or quotations main. And image point 0, again, if you wanted to use the number 1 there, that would be okay. And hit done. Now, one thing, I'm just going to move this to the top as a top action. So first it does the explosion and destroys those. Okay. Now, if you think through, the other place that we need to do it is we want it to explode when a laser hits an asteroid because that's way cooler. So what I'm going to do is I can actually, I'm going to add an action on 7. I'm going to say asteroid, spawn another object, and we want to do collision or explosion, excuse me, on layer name. And I'm going to go ahead and move this one to the top. And then finally, the last thing we want to do is down here on add events, we want to put, we don't want that explosion to like, that explosion sprite to stay on there. So we're going to say when the explosion sprite, and then we're going to look on animation finished. So animations on finished. Oh, wait. We're going to do on any animation finished. any finished. There it is. And any finished, we're going to say, because we only have that animation, whenever it's finished, we're going to go ahead and destroy that sprite. Okay, so that's an explosion. Let's go ahead and save this. And let's see how our explosions work. Sweet, they work when I hit those. Looks pretty cool. Now let's see. I'll restart it and see what happens if I go, ah, boom. Awesome. Okay, see you in the next video.